Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to this scene for New York, Rage Across New York. And it starts with Anthony Mega back in his apartment in Manhattan, and he's in the apartment and he sees that there's evidence that Callie, his daughter's there, but she's not there. So, using his recently acquired gift from Gaia, his gnosis, he sidesteps into the Umbra, into the apartment, and sees if he can find Callie there. And that's where the scene starts.
The umbral scape of the apartment is far different than what a normal apartment would probably look like in the Umbra, rather than just a shadowy place of nothingness. It is actually a fairly vibrant place with plant spirits, quite numbers are quite high in number within the umbral reflection of the apartment. As Anthony looks around, Kelly's not to be found in the living room or the kitchen. She is found out, however, in her bedroom, on the umbral reflection of her bed, sort of sitting there in a meditative trance with her bow sat across her lap, and she seems to be attuning herself to the bow, though she doesn't need to at this point. She already has done so. But all the same, she continues to commune with the bow. And Vega will see her there, sort of meditating.
As he walks around the apartment for the first time in the Umbra, he will just look around and see the differences. Walk into, well, open the doors over. He'll basically like look into Callie's room and just see her there, and then just very well, just subtly, just say like, "Hey, Callie, how are you?"
Kelly's eyes will open, and they go a bit wide as she looks at Anthony there in the Umbra. Dad?
Dollar.
What are you doing here? How? Is Washfinger here?
No, Stinger isn't here.
You didn't
There's
bring Mother Larissa, did you?
no Mother isn't here. Although I have seen her recently, though. I now have Gnosis.
She slips off her bed and walks over to him. What?
I now have Gnosis. When, well, there was a spirit. It was the oh my God, I can't. He was basically a wild spirit sent us off on this quest to get orbs so we could help the Sept in the final battle because Garou couldn't touch them themselves. And in the process, I touched this orb that embodied Gaia's spirit, and it just stayed with me. I've got Gnosis.
Wow. Um, Congratulations.
Thank you. Although the first time I was a little overeager, when I found out I had it, I suddenly felt like a jump, sidestep, go of wandering, as Bettina puts it, but I ended up stuck in the gauntlet, which wasn't very nice. It
No,
felt like I
it's
was
not.
drowning.
It's
If
terrible.
the Silent Strider Aaron wasn't there, I'd probably still be there now. I'd be gone. But he ripped me out and he put me back, so baby steps.
Yet you managed to do it here, all right. That's no small feat in of itself. So Looks like you're getting the hang of it, or at least not letting the fear hold you back.
Well, I think maybe what you've done with the apartment, with all the wild around, maybe well, the wall isn't as thick to get through.
That's what I'm hoping. That was the intent originally, though. With me not here as often to tend to the spirits, well, just is what it is now, I suppose.
What have you been doing recently?
Getting ready. I stopped. I left Vale's place today. His father gave me a trinket to wear, and I found out Vale's fighting in all of this. I'm assuming that you are too, probably, and so is Bettina and Leah. Though Bettina, I don't know how welcome she'll be after the stunt she pulled, but
It's good that you looked after Bettina. I've heard stories and rumors in the set of what happened, but I've heard that you've looked after her, so that was a good thing you've done there.
maybe. But having to choose between duty and someone you think of as a friend is never an easy thing to do.
Well, Bettina is Bettina. She's very headstrong, so
You're kind of an idiot, to be honest. You don't tell a Garu that you're not going to breed, at least not a Fenrir.
There,
Not
how'd you
exactly
put it?
progressive?
You have to know when to hold your tongue.
She doesn't.
Well, hopefully she'll learn now. Otherwise, she will be in trouble.
I don't think she will, in all honesty. I think there's too much pride in that one to ever consider that.
Well, you can still have pride and have some self-restraint.
Well, I suppose it has you three, Steve. I won't openly pass judgment on her to anyone else, honestly, until she proves whether or not she can still be a productive member of this society or not.
Well, let's hope she does. I mean, she's the same age as you, really. I mean, there's probably only about a year's difference, if that, but she does seem a little crazy compared to you, and you do have your moments.
Well, and she kind of gestures to the chameleon sitting up on the top of her dresser, this large, dog-sized figure. He's helped with that.
Wow, I'm still getting used to all of this. It still seems like a dream, really.
I suppose it kind of is. It's a bit of like a dream world. It's on.
Please don't say that this has to be real. I've been where the Warden of the Glade sent us, you don't want to know. I've seen things, bad things, things when a future where the Sept loses, and we were sent there to retrieve the orbs.
Leah let me read the pages she had. I heard about that future.
Oh, did she? I turned into someone that I wouldn't want to be. I actually killed myself. Fancy that. And I've seen you die.
Oh,
But that's not going to be the case now because we're going to change it. That future isn't going to be the future we're going to have to live with. Because we're going to make it right. We're going to win. We're not going to lose.
all the same, people probably going to die.
People always die. That's part of life.
It's actually one of the reasons I'm here. I wanted you to know what my final wishes are, so you can see to them.
Don't be too downhearted. You're not going to die. You don't know that.
I don't. But I have to accept the fact that I have a greater chance of that happening now.
Understandable. Apt, I suppose. Well then, Sweet-pea, what are your wishes?
I want to be, if there's anything left of me, anything brought back, to have my ashes scattered where Mom is buried. She's buried over near cliffs that lead into the Mediterranean. And a fairly strong breeze hits that cliffside and around sunset. It's very picturesque.
It sounds beautiful.
I'd like you to give my bow to Vale to keep safe for Echo for when she comes of age.
I can do that.
Any of my other possessions, I'd like to go to Leah.
Again, I can do that too.
And she'll take a golden bangle off of her wrist that's sort of hidden underneath all the copious amounts of bracelets that are very trendy and non-traditional. This one, however, seems to be much more traditional, as she slips it off and hands it over to Mega.
Thank you.
This was my mom's.
Thank you. It's very nice.
I want you to hang on to it, and if anything happens to me, keep it.
Okay, I will.
Do you know?
Sorry, Sweet-pea, carry on.
Do you know my middle name?
Lucille?
Yeah. She told me my middle name. She named me partly for your mother.
That was good of her.
You know, she never stopped caring for you. Even up to the point where she died, she always spoke fondly of you. The few times that she did speak of you.
I always thought fondly of her as well. There were no bad memories. And I get to have a pleasant surprise out of it, you.
Have I really made your life that much better?
You've put some dents in it, I'll give you that. But I am glad that you're in my life. I'm glad that I was part of the making of you. And I'm proud of you. And I love you.
Her expression becomes a bit choked as she just kind of leans into him and rests her head upon his shoulder.
Mega will just embrace his daughter.
It seems that it's only fitting that when the greatest challenge I've ever faced down decides to rear its head, it comes right as I start building a family.
Well, these things are sent to try us. Nothing's worth it if you don't have to fight for it.
Yeah, no.
It does seem quite
wanna...
funny. Sorry, carry on, sweet pea.
No, go ahead.
It does seem quite funny. The last time the Warden of the Glade sent us out, it was pretty much a Black Fury, Kali Krikos family outing, really. There was your father there was your sister there, and there was your fiance there. And we all made it.
How did I die?
Do you really want to know? Because it's not going to happen. Because we're going to change it.
Maybe I'll know what to look for.
It was a very, very bleak future where it was insinuated that Guy had died, and the remnants of the nation in New York were just scratching their way, finding each other. We run into one group of Guru and kinfolk. They were finding your group of Guru and kinfolk. You had the orb. We went with them to get the orb. You tried to stop us. And one of them killed you. And I saw you die. Leah tried to stop it, but you shot her.
I shot her?
You did, you shot her. I think you would have shot me as well. Until a Shadow Lord called Danica, that's not around here anymore, stuck a dagger through your heart, through your back. And then listed off all the people that she knew that you killed. And said your death was their revenge. Then we grabbed the orb, and then we somehow managed to come back.
So when I'm fighting this thing, make sure that I look out for women named Danica. Got it?
I don't know what's going on. It's a very, very strange situation. Like I said, I've seen myself in this supposed future, and I wasn't a very nice person anymore. It's not going to happen. It won't happen because it hasn't happened, because we're not going to let it happen.
It almost sounds like you're trying to convince yourself that it's not going to happen.
Almost. Like now, every time I want to sidestep, I'm trying to convince myself I'm not going to be stuck in the gauntlet. That was a memory I'm not going to get rid of.
It happens to all of us at some point.
Some people are more prepared to tear themselves out of it than others.
That's why it's always best to use the buddy system when sidestepping.
Well, I'm learning, so that's now a tick on my list of things to learn. But it's amazing. I've wanted this all my life, and I finally got it. and then I almost died.
Do you feel more connected to us now?
I do. I really do. And, well, the response we got from Mother Larissa as well. Well, if you've not spoken to Val, Val has Gnosis now too.
Well,
You can sidestep together.
so Sex in the Umbra. Got it.
You don't have to tell me that. Do what you want, but you don't have to tell me that.
Yeah, just like you didn't have to be loud as fuck with Brandy while you two were going at it next door to me through paper thin walls.
I didn't mean it. Okay, I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. That's the word you use.
Well, look,
I
you
don't
don't
know
have to.
what I don't know what gave me more nightmares. The Hive incident or listening to Brandy call you a stallion?
I'm hoping that it's the Hive incident that gave you more nightmares.
When you hear a woman your age scream out to you, Father, give it up, you taut stallion. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how to process that. Dad, honestly.
It's something that you shouldn't hear, and you shouldn't have been put in that position, but it means that your father, well, he's a good man in some ways at least. So,
Ah, she steps away from him. All right, now you've made it weird.
oh come on, you're weird. You're not weird. All the things you've commented about Val. Come on, you don't need to get revenge. I'm sorry, but there shouldn't be a tit for tat thing.
Really? Really? Because I think it could go that way. Like, I could tell you,
No, no,
all
stop.
sorts of
Please stop.
things.
No, I don't want to know.
Tying up and the
Whatever you two do
choking.
in your relationship is up to you. But your old man doesn't need to know.
She kind of mutters to herself the copious amounts of personal lubricant. I mean, she kind of snickers. Now we're even.
Good. It's good that we're even. You've told me your last wishes. Well, these are my last wishes. I mean, I know the Guru are going out and find this thing head on, but a lot of the kinfolk are staying around behind the Deceptor to defend it. I'm going to be one of them. We don't know what's going to come on us, but if something does, and I don't make it,
What would you like done?
everything of mine
Tone
is
completely changing.
everything of mine is yours. You can do what you will. I have made a will, by the way, and you're the sole receivership of everything that I have if I pass away.
What about my sisters?
I don't know what happened to your sisters. And I've given up banging my head against a brick wall trying. If they are still out there, if they are still alive, then it's up to you to let them know that I loved them and I wanted to see them. And it's up to you to share what's left of what I have with them.
I suppose I'll have to sell the Fiero.
Would you really sell it? Wouldn't you like to keep it and just drive around in it?
You
Or at least
know,
give it.
honestly, after I tried for so long and had such resistance, I have an aversion to it now. I guess I'm just going to have to sell it to some another teenage girl who's just learning how to drive.
If you do that, if I become an ancestor spirit, that won't bode well for the Krykos family.
Are you saying you're going to haunt me? Or no, you're going to haunt your Fiero, aren't you?
Is that a possibility? Could that happen?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, maybe. Although I'm hoping that's not going to happen.
Honestly, I don't know what I'd do with your car.
You could look after it and wax it and drive it.
I have a car. I have a nice car.
Actually, no. A measurement of kind of realization comes across Mega's face. Now I have Gnosis. Now I have spirit speech. Mother Larissa gave us spirit speech as well. Leah and Val as well. I could awaken the car, couldn't I?
You couldn't. I could, but that's doing it on something like a car really doesn't sit well with the Gaian and wild spirits. They get kind of iffy about that sort of stuff.
We're in a city. It's New York. Gaian and wild spirits are few and far between as it is. I mean, the only time I've seen this silly, when I've actually been in the Umbra, is when Connor, the mage that now works for your fiance, showed me it, and it's just full of webs and spiders. And then the other time I went into the gauntlet, and I got trapped in the damn web anyway.
I suppose if you really wanted to, you could awaken the spirit of the car, but
Could I talk
I
to
don't
her? I've
know.
got spirit speech. Could I talk to my
Well,
car?
it's dormant right now. I would imagine, if unless it's been awakened by somebody else.
Well, no, it's not been awakened yet, but we could work it out. We could do it.
You really love that car
No,
to an unhealthy level, Dad.
no,
Yeah.
no. Everyone needs a hobby. It's my car.
So what if I were to donate your car to like a charitable organization to be sold?
How about if you made sure it went to, I don't know, someone that appreciated American classics, someone that appreciated a good car.
I'd probably hang on to it, and if I found your daughters, give it to them. Or give it to Vale.
Well, if it stays in the family, that's all well and good. And if Val, well, he's got Gnosis now as well, and Spirit, well, I don't know, he might not have Spirit speech. It depends what he wants to do. But, yeah. Well, I won't be around anyway. Well, I will. Well, I'll be with Gaia. But I suppose I won't be able to do very much or talk to you very much until you come along as well. Everything of mine will be yours, car included. Although if we do survive, we are going to awaken the car, and I am going to talk to it.
You can have Mother Larissa help you with that, because I'm not doing that.
Well, we can find someone that can do it. I'm sure someone could find some Fierds somewhere.
I don't have enough sway with the spirits to be able to wipe that off my record.
Wipe that off your record? Why would it be so bad?
I'm a Black Fury. I'm supposed to be closer to the wild than anything except for the Uktena, the Red Talons, and the Children of Gaia.
How about you make the interior all grassy like you did to the apartment? Would that be okay?
You want me to put my claws across the interior seats?
Not claws, but if you did the same thing with the flat, so...
That's how it works. I have to put my claws. into whatever I'm doing it, then put the seeds in. And
Really?
they
You
grow.
clawed up the entire flat? Apartment?
Yeah. Where did you think that all the seeds were being put?
And will these things stay here forever, or will they fade away?
As long as they're cared for like any other houseplant, they'll remain.
Well, let's care for them then, because if they disappear and there's just claw marks everywhere, I'm never going to get my deposit back. But this is just all silly talk, because you're not going to die, and I'm not going to die. And after it's all over, the entire family of Black Furies are going to get together and have a big traditional Greek dinner somewhere in New York.
If we do survive, maybe we can take the time to look for your daughters.
That would be good. My daughter and also my older sister as well. She was the last one of the family except that I was in contact with, but I've not spoken to her for about 5 years now.
Imagine you'd have all three of your daughters living in the city if we can find them.
Yeah.
I guess they could have my room. Well, I guess you'd have to make a second room.
They wouldn't be that much younger than you now. Remember, it's only...
High school
Sure.
age, probably.
Yeah?
Sophomores and juniors by now, I'm sure.
Well, let's hope they're having a good life wherever they are and whatever they're doing.
Oh, did I met my hero,
Your hero? Who's your hero?
Mari Cabra. And how many dots of Garu lore does Anthony have?
He's got 2 dots of Garula.
And how much of Black Fury lore?
Nada.
Okay. I guess roll intelligence Garu lore.
No.
Damn. Okay. Kelly's just gonna look at you as you literally have no clue who that is.
I'm sorry, Sweet Pea. Should I know this person? I mean, am I being stupid here?
Mari Cabra, like one of the heroes of our tribe of the modern era?
I
Like
guess
I've
I'm being...
based my whole life around being like her. She's a
Oh,
theurge who acts like an Arun, who's as skilled at combat as any Arun. She's one of Jonas Albrecht's packmates.
okay.
She's like everything I've wanted to be,
And so
everything I've tried to be.
you met your idol. How did that go? Did she live up to your expectation?
Yeah, she helped me make my decision about Bettina.
Want to keep her around to look after her?
I wasn't going to let Bettina leave that shelter. Because I didn't know what she was going to do to herself, and I wanted Blitzkrieg to have a chance to speak with her. But after talking with Mari about it and about choice away from a woman, or anyone for that matter, on the course of their life, I decided that Mariah was right, and I let her go to do whatever it is that she wishes to do.
She has her own choices. She can do what she wants. As crazy as she is.
True. Plain luck, we just won't hear about it on the news, though.
I was very upset when I found out what happened to her.
The
I
fact that
spoke
she
to
told Freya Frozenhammer that she wasn't going to breed.
that, and well, I spoke to Katori recently as well. And well, you were the one defending her broken body until Katori turned up so he could heal her with Mother's touch.
If I hadn't been there,
The first time I saw Bettina, she instigated a fight with a Garou, Danica, the Shadow Lord that I saw kill you in the future.
she sounds like even more of a nice person.
Yeah. She ended up ending the fight by throwing Bettina through a table. But before that happened, Bettina just didn't stop. She was trying to rip the shit out of that Garou. Dirty fighting. She, well, she was all broken up, and I did my best to put it back together. At the time, luckily enough, I just had Eve's touch, so I helped her out a little bit, enough for her to become conscious. And then, well, let's just say she's inherited a few tricks that have helped her out when she gets beaten up.
Like what? I don't think she can handle the weight of grandmother's touch.
She promised me not to tell anyone else, but I'm going to tell you, and I expect you not to tell anyone else. Can you do that?
I promise to try.
That's not good enough. I'm not telling you.
I can't promise something. If it gets ripped out of my head, that's not really my fault, right?
If it gets
Have I
ripped out of
broken
your
my
head, it
promise?
gets ripped out of your head. If you do it consciously, then it's broken.
I promise I will not tell anybody consciously about it.
I don't exactly know what it is, but she comes from a long line of Gurun kinfolk, and she has some kind of fetish that helps her heal quickly. So if she gets the living shit kicked out of her, she can pretty much heal herself up pretty quick.
That's useful.
Very useful. But she asked me not to tell anyone because where she comes from, people challenge each other for their fetishes and talents. She doesn't want anyone to know, so no one can challenge her for it and take it from her.
If I was in a rather froggy mood, I'd go challenge her for it and then give it to you or Leah.
Don't. You promised you wouldn't do anything.
I said I wouldn't tell anyone. She just gives him that sort of that that messing about grin, as though I could do it if I want to, but I'm not. But I'm still gonna make you kind of think that I might.
Mega will look down and just smirk back at his bullshitting daughter. Just say, ugh, it's like, just leave her be. She's had her stomach ripped out, and it looks like she's not
by
gonna
her
have
own
her.
by her own stupid mouth. I get
Well,
if you don't want anyone choosing what you're going to do for you, that's understandable and I can respect that. But there are people who you do and you don't tell about that sort of thing. A Fenrir who smacks you with a hammer is not one of those people on your "I'm going to tell them what I'm doing" list.
who knows what was going through Bettina's mind? But She's now patched up and she's now walking around New York, so we need her. For a kinfolk, she can pack a lot of punch.
True.
She's
Let's
a
hope she
borderline
just doesn't
soldier.
get too. Let's just hope she doesn't get too caught up with whatever it is she's doing outside the set, or who she's doing outside the set, I suppose.
Well, that's up to her, but I think she should pull through, especially with all this stuff going on now. And if she's going to be around, we need her to help defend the Scepter of the Green while all the Guru are out fighting the good fight.
That is what we will be doing. Now, part of me worries about how this is all going to go down.
You just have to work with the other members of the Nation of Gaia with you and do your best. And it will be enough. It has to be enough.
Majority of my pack will be there.
That's good.
Emmett, Dragos, Tam. She kind of gestures towards the chameleon on the dress that seems to be eyeing up a roach spirit.
Mega will go over to the roach spirit and try and pick it up. And if you can.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to put on my ST hat, but okay. You walk over to the roach spirit, and it, Cam sort of regards Mega, and then looks back to the spirit, and then when you, approach it, it turns its head, and it's larger than an ordinary roach by leaps and bounds, but it looks at you with a sort of a canted head.
Mega will motion to pick up the roach spirit. Will it run? Will it stay where it is?
I suppose it won't run. It'll just sort of look at you.
And if it just looks at Mega, Mega will pick it up.
And this roach spirit will simply just sort of look at you.
And then he will motion, well, then he will carry the roach spirit, so it's within range of the. Sorry, what was it? It was the I forgot. I can't pick it. I can't piece the word in my head. I've gone stupid. The chameleon spirit.
That roach is immediately going to bite your hand.
Okay. Oh, well, I'm trying to feed it to another spirit, so fair enough.
Oi! What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, I can hear you.
Says. You're darn right you can hear me. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. You're just gonna feed me up to some lizard spirit. I saw you eyeballing me, you son of a bitch.
Oh, the lizard spirit's eyeballing you too. If you don't want to
That's
get
what
eaten,
I meant. That's what I meant, you son of a bitch. I have all my little buddies come and just infest you little den here. How would you like that?
I wouldn't like that at all. And I apologize.
I don't like being offered up to be eaten. Dick.
At that, when he calls him a dick, Mega's gonna, even though it's bitten, Mega's gonna grab it, and he's actually gonna and he's gonna carry it close to the chameleon spirit, so the chameleon spirit can eat it.
And it's just gonna it'll bite you again. You motherfucker, put me down! You put me down, or I'm gonna have all my brothers and sisters show up here. You put me down!
The idea of all these cockroaches infesting his apartment is just horrifying to him. So he's going to try and, if you get rid of the person, you get rid of the problem. So he's going to try and get rid of the problem by getting rid of the cockroach.
You think this is over? Brush himself off. Think this is over? It ain't over. You son of a bitch.
Well, while he's saying this, he's getting closer and closer to the chameleon.
Put me the fuck down, you asshole!
And as this cockroach is just insulting him, he's like, Mega's going to look to the chameleon and say, would you want this? I mean, and then he'll just hold out the cockroach to the chameleon.
All right. The spirit's just sort of my computer's being really touchy right now. I don't know why. Okay, computer, why am I being like that?
It's not bringing up the picture you want.
No, it's really not. It's like it's just like stalled out on me. I'm afraid that it's gonna crash. Son of a bitch.
Well, we can use the powers of our imagination.
The cockroach sort of looks at Mega, turns its head and glares at him. It's gonna just let out this little. It's gonna let out this little cry. And I'm gonna roll. I believe it's Gnosis. Doesn't have a lot of Gnosis. It's got some Gnosis.
Has it got more Gnosis than Mega?
Yeah. It's a spirit.
Shit.
It gets one success. And so it lets out this little cry. This little kind of chitters like. And you don't see anything at first, but you start to notice that in the reflection on the Tolarian side, things get a little darker from all the little cracks in the walls and. Like, you're welcome to sidestep back.
What's going on? It's like, is it calling for friends?
And he smirks, this cockroach spirit smirks up at Mega. I warned you. Do with me with what you will, but I'm telling you right now, this is all on your head. Turns to the chameleon spirit. Well, get on with it then if you're going to do what you're going to do. Otherwise, I got shit to do. And the chameleon spirit will just sort of ignore the cockroach. Just
So
kind of
the chameleon spirit doesn't care what's going on at all. It's there quite nonchalant.
just observing. That's what chameleons do.
Ugh. as as that it kind of gets dark, everything is dark, and it's been so strange. Like Mega will just look down at the cockroach that's squirming in his hand, and he'll just move it away from the chameleon spirit and just put it down and look, sorry, I don't.
Not as sorry as you're gonna be, you son of a bitch. He
Well,
scurries off.
oh well, that's another great Umbral experience.
Welcome to the world of spirits, Mega.
As
Kelly has, at this point, she's gone back. She has sidestepped back to the Talarian and is standing in bewilderment. But Mega is still in the Umbral realm.
when he sees that Calicricus is gone, he'll look around and see she's not there, and then he'll look at the chameleon spirit. And just like, why didn't you help me out there? What was going on with that? You were eyeing it. I didn't realize it could talk.
You learned spirit speech, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that we are limited to our animal progenitors?
But you looked like you wanted the cockroach.
I was merely looking at the cockroach. You assumed that I wanted the cockroach.
Well, I've just done myself in a ton of shit then with cockroach because I thought you wanted it and I wanted to give it to you because you are my daughter's totem. So
You may want to go into the Talarian.
I think I will. And with that, Mega will go into the Solarium with a foreboding feeling of what's going to happen in the Umbral realm.
When Mega steps back into the Gaian realm, the human realm, he just sees sort of crawling around everywhere cockroaches.
Shit.
Kelly just kind of standing there in bewilderment.
Mega would just look at Callie and say, I thought I was doing Chameleon a favor. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I'm doing. This is new to me.
Consider this a learning experience, Dad.
Why didn't you or your totem stop me from doing this? I mean, like, I didn't know that I knew it was a spirit. In hindsight, I think I should know I should talk because it's a spirit, but I didn't know.
All I can say, Dad, is I think you need to find a way to make amends to that spirit, because she just kind of points around at all the cockroaches just walking around like they own the place. Because you've got yourself a serious problem.
He's look around at his cockroaches and go, yeah, well, I'd do that. I will try. I feel like a complete asshole for doing what I did with that thing.
Word of the wise, sometimes certain spirits are going to be dicks. Unless you have the power to make them eat their... unless you can make it so that way they regret it, physically regret saying what they say to you, just kind of shut up and let them do what they're going to do.
Really?
Yeah. Spirits have a way of really fucking you over if they want to. That's why we always showed, as a rule of thumb, you always show deference to a spirit except for Banes.
Well, I've certainly learned that lesson. And who can I talk to try and appease Cockroach?
Glasswalker, Mother L. That'd be a good place to start.
Well, then I think I'll do that as soon as I can. But even though this place is now calling with cockroaches, I think I'm going to take a few select items and find somewhere else to sleep tonight.
You can come and stay, or you can go and stay over at Vale's house if you want.
I think I might just do that, seeing as we're all one big family now.
I wouldn't bring Brandy over here until after you get this dealt with.
Brandy isn't going to come anywhere near this place.
Kelly may or may not have her phone out with a few pictures on it.
So is the place literally crawling with cockroaches? Like
It's not like they're covering the walls where you can't see. But if you've ever seen just opened up, like someone opening up a cabinet that's full of them, it's kind of like that. They're like up in the corners and sort of walking around like they own the place. Just skittering about. Every now and then they might fly from one part of the wall to the
other. As one flies across the room, Mega will duck and dodge out the way. So, I'm just going to grab what I need and then just leave.
Yeah. By the way, do not call a professional pest control person. If you murder all of these, I'm pretty sure that spirit will see to it that 10 times this amount take their places.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I do this properly. I have to make up with the asshole that I was.
Kelly started chuckling to herself. Oh, it's so fun to watch people learn.
I thought I was going to feed your totem and do you a favor.
If Cam wanted to eat another spirit, he would have done it. Just wouldn't have been sitting there looking.
Oh, I'm fine, okay.
I'm sorry, Dad. This is just funny. They're really not going to hurt anything all that much.
Well, they might eat all of your plants.
No. I doubt that. I think they'll start with all the food that they can get their hands on.
Well, let them have it. I pissed them off. They can have what they want. And then hopefully after this whole, the main problem is dealt with, we can deal with them afterwards, or I can deal with them afterwards. Come on, let's go. And Megan will go into his bedroom and pack a bag of the food, like a suitcase of select items of clothing and various other
Every now
items.
and then you might find some roaches inside, like the clothing, kind of look up at you like, what? What?
And he will very reverently and respectfully pick them up and put them away from the stuff he's actually putting into his suitcase. So there's none of them in there. Apologizing to them as well. And then he will shut the suitcase and just like walk out into the main part of the apartment. Come on, Callie, let's go.
Kelly just looks back at the roaches. Bye, guys. I think with Kelly and Mega leaving the apartment, we can end our scene.